with all kinds of fabulous statistics on these topics. And I wanted to try it out in my classroom to see how the students would respond. Of course, at the same time, I'm still teaching the 5 genres of writing, okay? But this was the theme and the topic of my Comp 1 class. I received the best papers I have ever received in my life because the topic was so focused. And many of my students, most of my students, had come from high schools where these topics were emphasized, and they already knew a lot about a lot of these topics. So it was just, I mean, I was so pleased. So I'm going to do it again this year. I won't do it the year after, though. I don't believe in doing the same thing more than 2 years in a row. Okay? Otherwise, you get stale. I mean, I get stale.
Yeah.
All right, so last year, you know, I'm very, very big on teaching the reliability of sources. Probably especially as my CIA training as well as my PhD training. But, so I thought to myself, well, how can I teach reliability of sources? Well, what I did last year, I took a couple of videos, and they were on global warming, right? And, okay, so, global warming. So what I wanted them to be able to do is assess the reliability of the sources. So I had a video that was produced at NASA on global warming. And then I selected another video just from Joe Schmuck off the street talking about, you know, global warming, right? And then they had to, you know, analyze and tell me why, which would you use in a paper, okay, to support. You know, this seems simplistic, but yet, you know, it's very, very helpful. And it's helpful in helping them also assess their text sources also. And then these are some of the questions, and I won't go over them, but these are some of the questions that I do have them respond to in terms of reliability. I actually have developed a grid handout, so if any of you would like that, please see me. You can also have students create their own videos to enhance writing projects and presentations. You can have students incorporate their YouTube videos into their PowerPoint presentations. In the handout that I've given you on page 2, I have instructions for embedding. Okay, but there's a number of ways, and I'm going to go over those.
Can you do that in Epsilon, embed Epsilon logs or not?
Yes, you can. Now, on the Epsilon homepage, and I was going to get to Epsilon in just a minute. On the Epsilon homepage, you have to use the embed code from YouTube. Okay? Yeah. All right. Let's see. Have students create YouTube videos. Oh yeah. Have a student create like a 1 or 2 minute video on their writing topic. You know, and that's so cool. It just, you know, really energizes them about their topic and gets them thinking about their topic. And you know, they can upload this to a private site. It'll allow them to receive feedback from other people. Have students create a blog and embed the YouTube into the blog as supplemental. And when I'm saying YouTube video, that means they can select an already existing YouTube video, or they can create their own video, right? Okay. So, they can, and then also for you as teachers, post your own videos that either you've selected or created if you have a YouTube account. Other useful online videos to Epsilon, to Blackboard for students to watch as supplemental to your written instruction. You can ask students to present online videos for discussion and debate. You know, an assignment could be find 1 or 2 YouTube videos that connect and respond to the topic that we're discussing in class, and have them go and research and find the video rather than you having to do it all the time. Have students create their own YouTube videos to illustrate course concepts or ideas. Ask students to find YouTube video, especially when you're doing argument, to reflect the pros and cons of an issue. So they see both sides of the argument and all sides of the argument before they enter and begin to create their own thesis and position. Now, what is the educational value? Well, you know, Stephanie was over my house the other day, and we were talking about, well, you know, so what's the big deal? Is there some kind of educational value in this? Well, YouTube videos do speed comprehension and add interest to your class. It also improves the student's memory. Most of our students have grown up as visual learners. We live in a very visual society. Many of them hate to read, they hate to write, you know, they hate doing all of these things. So, this will improve their memory and ability to recall lessons and key concepts of your class. Stephanie, why don't you take it from here?
As far as the educational value?
Yes.
The educational value, how I see it really, I've been a lecturer here for 9 years and visiting before that. And it seems that a lot of people are opposed to using things outside of the actual written word. A lot of the instructors that I talk to. And how I see it as a value for the student is that it takes the act of writing and it makes it, it joins it with the real world. So the student doesn't just see writing as an isolated act in academe. It's not, I'm doing writing here and I'm doing real life here. If we bring those together, it seems that the student's critical thinking is heightened, and I've seen it do wonders in my classes. I mean, the more I bring in video, art, anything visual, it just seems to enhance the writing and the critical thinking for the students. And I know a lot of people are opposed to that because they think we're teaching writing, they need to write an essay. Well, this really does enhance the critical thinking and the essay writing as far as I see it. That's really all I have to say.
Okay, so does this make clear how you're going to use video clips to introduce a concept or theme or initiate dialogue, serve as a writing prompt? And we've already gone over all of this. Go ahead next. Don't worry, you're going to be able to talk in just a second. All right, other educational uses. Create YouTube videos that perhaps explain particular genres of writing more thoroughly for your students. Explain writing assignments, okay? More thoroughly. Maybe you can have, you know, a printed, you know, I mean, of course, when you're giving out a writing assignment, it's printed, but you can make a little video also. Okay, so the students have that. So when they go home, they have that video of you, and they're visual learners, and they can, you know, follow along. All right, or post a positive. This is what I like to do, especially in my online classes. I started this last year. Post positive video messages to your students. That really encourages them to meet deadlines, keep up the great work, you know, rah, rah, rah. Cheer, cheer, cheer. Go.
And the directions can be rewound. So if
exactly.
they can go back and review the video if they're having
exactly. Okay? I started implementing this in my online class in spring, and I'm going to really implement it completely in my online class this fall. This is a little clip introducing my syllabus and course content for my online composition. Go ahead. We'll just play like 10 seconds. This is 10 minutes long.
Well, hi, class.
It looks scary.
Welcome to Composition 101. This is the Distance Learning or DL class. All assignments at any time can have deadlines, just as though you were in a regular classroom. Course failure to meet these deadlines will result in no credit for that particular assignment. I've really tried to simplify and streamline this course.
Okay, so that's already posted. My students have already received it. So, you know, I mean, as well as reading their syllabus for the online course, they have this video. And I'm going to do that for all the major and minor writing assignments.
Would you like to say anything about makeup?
Oh, makeup. Yeah, all right. You know, when you are filming, gang, you have to wear a lot of makeup.
Call me up, Deborah.